Ladies and gentlemen, I could just have your attention for a moment, please. Just before the wedding ceremony begins, now please ask everyone to remain seated as James comes in. And when I give you the nod, when Claudia is about to come in, could everybody then stand? And one other thing to remind you, everyone could feel free to take photographs, but actually, if you could make sure that your mobile phones are put on silent, that would be appreciated. Thank you.
Hold on close, this is time you, this is time you. It's time you. This is time you. This is time you. There I come, no, if I Ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you to please be upstanding?
How wonderful it is, given that everything we've had to contend with over the last 18 or so months, to find ourselves gathered here today in this absolutely stunning location to celebrate the marriage of Claudia to James. As most of you know, this wedding was originally scheduled to take place last September, but had to be postponed because of all the restrictions and obstacles that were in place at the time. Available rabbis able to travel to Mykonos also appear to be a little hard to find at present. And so when Michelle heard that I just fortuitously happened to be in Mykonos on holiday this week, she asked if I'd be able and willing to officiate at today's service. I am, and it is my pleasure, very grateful, to lead you through this ceremony. On behalf of both Claudia and James, their respective parents, Michelle and Richard, and their grandparents, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all family and friends who are here today, not only in person, but also via the live webcast, in order to witness James and Claudia's wedding, but also to share in their occasion, but are also a time to reflect upon those close to us who are unable to be present here today, including Alex and Harold, who couldn't make the journey, and Phyllis, Joyce and Jerry, who are sadly no longer with us. Jewish weddings are special for many reasons, not least because of the wonderful traditions that they embody. The chuppah under which we are standing represents the establishment of a home. It is open on all sides, indicating that the couple's new home should be open and welcoming to all guests. The bright circling of the groom that has just taken place can be seen, not only to demonstrate that the groom is in the center of her life, but also to represent the symbolic foundation of a new family circle, as well as the creation of a magic wall of protection from evil spirits. Another notable difference between a Jewish and non-Jewish ceremony is where the bride stands. For non-Jewish weddings, the bride usually stands to the left of the groom, as in years gone by the groom needed to have a quick access to his sword, just in case somebody wanted to make a last-ditch attempt to claim his wife-to-be. However, this, of course, is all nonsense in the Jewish tradition. And in the Jewish faith, the bride stands to his right, as there is a line in the Bible which reads, "At thy right hand does the queen stand." And in Jewish weddings, the bride and groom are always treated as royalty. Claudia and James first met in 2013 through mutual friends. James was immediately captivated by her eyes, her smile, and her wonderfully outgoing personality. Claudia wasn't looking for a relationship, but as the summer wore on, she fell for James. Charm and smile, and the rest is history. It took 8 years to know each other, savouring each other's company, finding out about their shared values, and enjoying all the many things that they have in common. Socialising, going to new places, eating out and having some great holidays. In so many ways, they are two pieces in a puzzle that fit perfectly together. I'd like to finish this address by reading out these lovely words written by the author. Soulmate is someone who has locks that fit our keys, and keys to fit our locks. When it feels safe enough to open the locks, our truest selves step out and we can be completely and honestly who we are. We can be loved for who we are and not for who we're pretending to be. Each unveils the best part of the other. No matter what else goes wrong around us, with that one person, we're safe in our own paradise. Our soulmate is someone who shares our deepest longing, our sense of direction. When we're two balloons and together our direction is up, chances are that we found the right person, is the one who makes life come to life. So, Claude, James, this is my blessing message to you both of a truly great relationship and marriage. Sing respect. Encompassing love, respect, and shared values as you now move forward. And therefore we bless you today that, please God, you should be able to journey together throughout life, being a source of nachas to your parents and grandparents, family and friends. Amen and Mazel Tov. The ceremony now continues with the Shechach Yanu blessing. It is a prayer used to celebrate firsts and also special occasions, of which this is undoubtedly one. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehachiyanu v'kimanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Praise to you, Lord, sovereign of all, who has kept us alive, sustained us, and brought us to this moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, may I now ask you to please be upstanding once more as we continue the ceremony with the betrothal blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al ha'ariyot v'asa lanu et ha'arosot v'chitir lanu et hansuot lanu al yidei chuppah v'kiddushin. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh amo Yisrael al yidei chuppah v'kiddushin. Friends, we now come to the most important part of today's ceremony, the passing of the ring through which they become officially wed. The wearing of a wedding ring is the outer sign of your inner commitment. It says to all the world that I am my beloved, and my beloved is mine. They represent the enduring trust and affection that you bring to one another, and are the outward and visible symbols of your inner spiritual bond. In Jewish tradition, we place the wedding band on our hands in two stages. First, it is placed on the index finger of the bride's right hand, a direct link to her heart. And then later on, it is moved to the traditional ring finger on the left hand. So may I now ask Matthew to hand over the ring to me? And may I also call upon today's cousin, Johnny Mosison, to be the other witness in addition to myself. It's going to be presented to you. So James, after having recited the following words, please place the ring on Claudia's right hand index finger. Repeat after me. Harayat, Mukudeshet li, B'taba'at, Zorkadat, Moshe v'Yisrael. And now repeat after me in English. Behold, by this ring, you are consecrated to me as my wife, according to the laws of Moses and Israel. Matthew, would you now hand the ring to Claudia? And Claudia, would you now place the ring on James' right hand and repeat after me? Just say the words. So, you ready? Hare ata Mukudash li B'taba'at Zokadat Moshe v'Yisrael. And now repeat after me in English. Behold, by this ring you are consecrated to me as my husband, according to the laws of Moses and Israel. Mazel tov, you are now officially married. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. We now come to the next part of today's ceremony, which is the reading of the ketubah. And the ketubah is just going to So, Bivi'i b'Shabbat, Ezrim v'Arba'a, Yamim Yom L'Chodesh Elul, Shnat Chameshet, Alafim Sheva Meot, Shmonim ve'Echat, Kan b'Mikonos, Yavan Anu Medim, Shehachatan Yehuda Shalom ben Kulban, B'Shoshana, V'Alaka Chana bat Chaim Shimon ve'Leah, Nichunsim b'tzot tachat rit hanisuin. And that roughly translates into: on Wednesday the 24th day of the month of Elul, in the year 5781, corresponding to the first day of September 2021, here in Mykonos, Greece, we testify. The groom, James, son of Susie and Keith Freena, and the bride, Claudia, daughter of Michelle and Richard Humphreys, enter herein the covenant of marriage, and thus testify the bride and groom. As new partners in life, we strive to establish a home full of love, tolerance, a home of peace and charity. Together we will enjoy life's happiness. We will promise to overcome the challenges of life. We will cherish the grace of life. We promise during our life's journey to love, cherish and inspire each other. May the Holy One, blessed be He, lead us successfully on the paths we will pave together with determination, mutual support and courage for our heart. We will know how to respect and accept each other for the variety of qualities, powers and the heritage we each bring. Through the Holy Covenant between us, we will strive to be sensitive to each other. We will learn to cultivate each other emotionally, spiritually and intellectually. Through the union of holiness that connects us, we will learn to see the world through the eyes of our spouse. We will learn to know all the world in a different light. We will learn to improve ourselves and be better and stronger individual human beings. And all of the above is valid and binding. We need a second witness just to make this official, and Johnny, would you assent to this? Wherever Johnny is. Yes. Thanks, Johnny. Okay, to do that next to Ridley. This is now your property, so please keep it in a safe place. We now come to the reciting of the Sheva Brachot. At the heart of a Jewish wedding ceremony, the Sheva Brachot, or 7 blessings, are typically bestowed upon the couple. They begin with a blessing over wine, followed by blessings related to God, the creation of the world, the creation of humankind, the unity of loving people, and the joy of marriage. So, ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding once again as we now listen to the Sheva Brachot being sung by Johnny to James and Claudia.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן אמן ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל ברא לכבודו ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם יוצר האדם ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר יצר את האדם בצלמו בצלם דמות אמיתו והתקין לו ממנו בניין ברוך אתה אדוני יוצר האדם אמן סוסטסיס ותגר הכרה וכיבוס פניה לתוכה בשמחה ברוך אתה אדוני משמח ציון דבר שמח תשמח ואמרי אהובים כשמחך יצירך בגן עדן מקדם אוי שמח תשמח ואמרי אהובים כשמחך יצירך בגן עדן מקדם. Everyone together. Na 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 ושמח חתן לחלל. אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר ברא ששון ושמחה חתן וכלה, אשר ברא ששון ושמחה חתן וכלה, כי רינה בדיצה וחדווה, אהבה ואחווה, אוי ושלום וריאות. מהרה אדוני שמע בערי יהודה ובחוצות ירושלים, כל ששון וכל שמחה, כל חתן וכל כלה, כל מצלות חתנים מחופתם ונערים משתן נגנתם. ברוך אתה אדוני ושמח את החתן עם הכלה. אמן.
So, as we now come to the end of this beautiful ceremony, we've now reached perhaps the most well-known and loved Jewish wedding tradition, the breaking of the glass. Not only does it commemorate the destruction faced by Jewish people over the past 2,000 years, it may also symbolize a hope that your happiness will be as plentiful as the shards of glass. But perhaps a more beautiful reason for this tradition is that by smashing a valuable item, this symbolizes that a marriage is not about material goods, but about two people being together and committed to each other.
Nick, if we can start, we must go. shalom, shalom, shalom aleichem. Shalom aleichem. Come on, sing. Shalom aleichem. Shalom aleichem. Shalom, shalom, shalom aleichem. Shalom aleichem. Shalom aleichem. Shalom, shalom, shalom aleichem. Let me hear you. כל חתן וכל כלה. צדרתי לפני הכלה, צדרתי לפני הכלה, צדרתי לפני הכלה, צדרתי לפני הכלה. איי 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 איי, sing with me. איי 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 איי.
Very good. I need to take pictures with Michael.